So we're in Costco earlier today, this afternoon, and we're just pretty much replenishing our stockpile of waters, and they actually had a good deal on a home generator. Went ahead and picked one of those up. I'm gonna test it out, let you guys know how well it works. But unfortunately, one of the items in our cart didn't ring up properly, and so of course, I had to be the guy to reach out for one of the associates to help us out to fix the price on one of these items that didn't ring up properly inside of Costco. Now, of course, Costco's really busy. There's lots of people in the store. It's a Saturday. Everybody's just trying to get out of there. Everyone's got somewhere to go. So while we're waiting for the Costco associate to come, lady behind me, she's being patient, older lady, and I just sparked some conversation with her, basically saying, hey, I hate to be the guy to be in Costco right in front of you, holding up the line, but the price difference was like $10 or more. So I was like, it was worth reaching out to the associate. But anyway, she was like, no big deal. This is my chance to get out of the house. But she was really friendly, and but I had noticed that in her hand she had this wad of cash. And I said, oh, wow, you don't see that anymore. You don't see that too often, right? And she was like, what do you mean? And I was talking about the cash that she had in her hand, because, most people don't just pay with cash anymore. Most people use a credit card, Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Heck, Costco card, whatever, store card you might have. So anyway, she's like, she just kind of laughed it off, and she's like, oh, well, this is, kind of how I do things, how I manage my money. And like I said, older lady. And she was saying that, she used to have a whole lot of credit card debt, but she was following this plan of getting debt free. I forget what plan that or program that she followed, but yeah, like 7 steps to it. But anyway, she said that she followed that plan, and ever since then she's been on like this envelope system, and so she pays for her groceries and miscellaneous items with cash. And so, I kind of was like jokingly also mentioning how Costco was talking about this $1.50. It was $1.50 for the hot dog and soda combo. Anyway, apparently they're keeping that price. And she's like, oh, I factor that in too. As soon as she rings up her groceries, she's going to go over there and grab one of those hot dog soda combos from Costco. But, she said that, unfortunately, we have to wait because there's not that many associates that are working. Well, there's still a lot of associates working in Costco, but they're being stretched to do more than one type of job. So, one associate doesn't just have one hat to wear. One associate is probably wearing multiple hats. So, obviously we as the consumer, we're having to wait. And she's like, I'm sure at some point we won't even see them anymore. I said, well, what do you mean? And she was like, well, all the jobs are being taken away. Everything's going overseas. Jobs are being replaced by computers and, AI technology. So, it is what it is basically what she was telling me. And I was like, yeah, if you think about it, you've got all sorts of jobs that are going away. If you look at, it used to be you could go into a store and there's like lines and lines of cashiers waiting to check you out. And then maybe 15 years ago or so, I don't know exactly when it happened, but then they introduced like these self-checkout stations, and we had never seen them before. This is like 15, 20 years ago probably. And I remember like they were so cool because it's like, yo, what is that over there, right? And it was like there was no one at the station, but there was like one person there that would just teach you how to use this self-checkout. So anyway, fast forward to today, everyone knows how to use a self-checkout, and they have these old registers that are, they might have like, 10, 20 different registers, but there's never any more than 20% of them manned. And they're like trying to herd people into these self-checkout stations instead. And so basically the cashier employee position, the cashier role is going away of the dodo bird, so to speak, right? It's going to be extinct in some period of time in our very likely near future. And so we were talking about the fact that job is going away. You used to have cashiers. You used to have a bus boy that would come by and remove dirty dishes from the table. And, the busboy role is more and more being eliminated I used to be a busboy back in the day, and that role is being eliminated. It's kind of like, okay, now it falls on the server, and it's like, hey, if the server wants to be able to fill that table again quickly, they need to empty the table. And some restaurants still have busboys, but it's another job that's going away. I mean, look at the taxi cab driver. It used to be like you would think, hey, there's certain jobs that are just never, ever, ever going to go away. Oh, you'll always need a taxi cab driver. How else are you going to get around? Then all of a sudden there's these self-driving cars, automation, a truck driver. I'm not saying that truck drivers are going to go away tomorrow, but truck driver jobs are, if you're a semi-truck driver, owner operator, if you're an owner operator, you're going to call the shots, right? However, there's companies that are, they're looking to expand their fleet, and they're looking to invest in self-driving trucks so that they don't have to pay truck drivers. And so that's another job that could be likely going away in our future. If you go into the banks, Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, Truist, SunTrust. Is SunTrust still a bank? Anyway, the point is tellers are going away. It's funny. You go into a bank branch, and it used to be a greeter in the front, usually the bank manager, and then at least 5 different tellers. And then you've got like a few offices with, investment bankers in there or whatever. Who knows? I don't know what their roles are, but usually you go into a bank branch and there's like at least 10 people working in there. Now you walk into a bank branch and it's like a ghost town, if there's even anyone in there. So it's just crazy, right? But anyway, so we were talking about all these different jobs that were going away. Meanwhile, the Costco representative has not come yet. And so we're like, yo, where is she? Right. So anyway, and she was saying one of the other reasons why she likes to use cash is because someone has stolen her identity, and, she misplaced her wallet, or maybe the wallet was stolen. I don't know how it got misplaced, but they ran up her credit cards. And it was fine because she had the credit card protection, and she was able to say, hey, I didn't make those purchases. They're, not legitimate purchases. So she didn't have to pay for it, but they stole her driver's license. And when they stole her driver's license, she was saying that, she didn't realize it, but years later, she was applying for a job, and they were giving her a hard time. Like, the company wanted to hire her, but they were saying that the background check didn't come back very well. It wasn't clean, right? So the background check was showing that, she had been arrested multiple times and all these different things. And she's like, I have never been to jail ever. What are you talking about? She had never been arrested. Long and short of it, come to find out that not only did they, misuse her credit cards to make purchases that were not authorized, but they apparently got, arrested or whatever, and showed her driver's license to the arresting officers, or whatever legal system was involved in that. They apparently had her looking like she was the one that had gotten arrested. Now, I mean, that's kind of scary, like identity theft. Usually we think about credit cards and stuff like that, but to think about the fact that someone could steal your identity and potentially, let's just say you misplaced your wallet or your purse, someone gets locked up and they're essentially showing your driver's license. I guess they're, close enough in appearance to say that they're you. And then all of a sudden, months or years down the line, you find out that there was some type of legal criminal activity and they thought it was you and it really wasn't you. Like, how do you even fight that kind of thing, right? So that's a little concerning. I'm definitely going to be sharing more information on how to protect yourselves in the future on that. But I'm not saying like it's a very common thing, but that could really happen to more people on a wider scale. And just imagine if you were in that situation. I mean, imagine like there's a warrant out for your arrest and you don't even know it until you get pulled over for a freaking, a taillight being out, or maybe the license plate light on the back of your car on your tag is out, and the cop pulls you over and, hey, did you know you had a light out? And then of course they want to check your license. Next thing you know, hey, did you there's a warrant out for your arrest, and you're like, what are you talking about? That could be a huge mess. That's all I'm saying. But at the same time, the interesting thing is we talked about how many new jobs were created and new businesses and opportunities that opened up. And, I don't want to be the bearer of the bearer of bad news. There has been a lot of bad news out lately, but I was actually trying to shed some light on the fact that, hey, new jobs have actually come out. Not all jobs are going away, but there are a lot of jobs going away. But, heck, content creators weren't even a thing, say 10, 15, 20 years ago, right? There's tons of different online businesses that now exist that never existed before the internet. And so it's kind of like, it's an economic evolution. And so while there are a lot of jobs going away, there are a lot of new jobs being created. There's all sorts of, and it does seem like there's a lot of IT related jobs that are coming up, but we're moving into a more technologically advanced society. So that makes more sense. But I guess I was just trying to like shed a little light. Finally, the Costco representative came over to us and was able to, properly adjust the price of the item that was off price. But I just thought that this was crazy. But, the fact that she was paying cash, it was just kind of weird just to see, an older lady just holding out cash like that. I forget who she used to help, what program she used to help get out of debt. But anyway, interesting story. I just wanted to share this with you guys. Good news is that Costco's hot dog soda combination is not going up, even in the spite of inflation. A high-level executive over at Costco did confirm that they're not going up on their hot dog soda combo at Costco. And just a tip for you guys, do you have any type of identity theft service that you're using to protect yourself with? Because that really kind of shed light on some of the things that a lot of people aren't thinking about. Like most people are like, well, someone steals my credit card, who cares? I just call up a phone number and, dispute the claim and let them know, hey, the card was stolen. But what if your driver's license got stolen? That to me is more concerning than the credit cards. So anyway, drop me some comments down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking. How are you prepared for that kind of situation? We try to prepare for all types of situations, but that is one type of preparation that I think a lot of people are probably overlooking. I got some things that I can share with you guys if you want to hear how to protect yourself. But, I don't want to eat up too much time on this video. But I just wanted to kind of share this with you. Let me know if you've thought about this. And also, do you have any type of financial preparation plan for getting out of debt if you're in debt? Because, of course, Fed Chair Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve have just recently announced that they're raising, or that they have raised, the federal funds rate, interest rate, another 75 basis points. So of course, this is going to be affecting anyone with any type of variable rate interest rate. For example, credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or any store credit card for that matter, will have their interest rates more than likely heading higher and costing you even more money on top of the inflation that we're already dealing with. So it's all about preparation, economic preparedness, and want to just make sure that my community knows what's up and knows how to protect themselves. So, let's stay prepared, and a lot of big changes are coming down the pipeline. Drop me some comments. Let me know your thoughts. Drop a like for the video. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.